Well, hey everybody. Today's arts and crafts project is how to do machine smocking. And this is a baby hat that I made, and with my sewing machine, I was able to smock the entire upper portion of the baby hat. So let's get started, and I'll show you how you can do this too. Well, hey everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to do something really groovy. I'm sure you've all seen what they call smocking on children's clothing, and I figured out a way to do it on your sewing machine. Let me see if I can get in kind of close for you to see. And I'm going to show you how to do it. You want to take a plain your piece of fabric. Now smocking is a little bit like making ruffles. It's gonna make your fabric draw up and reduce in size. Let me see if I can show you a little bit better. Okay, so as I said, the smocking is going to make your original strip of fabric reduce itself in size. So the thing about smocking is it's like ruffling in the sense that it's going to draw up your original piece of fabric and make it about half of what the original size of your fabric is. So you've got to take that into account. For this particular video, I'm just going to show you how to do the smocking with your machine. And in another video, if you check online, I'll show you different projects that I've put together with the smocking technique. So before you begin your smocking, you've got to gather your fabric. I'm sure there's a way you can do this with a gathering foot or ruffler foot. I've even seen smocking machines, pleating machines, something they call it. But I'm going to show you my way of doing it, and I think it'll be fairly easy for you to follow. But once again, we've got to kind of make this fabric a little ruffly or having pleats in it. Pleats, basically, that's a better way of saying it. So I'm going to stitch 4 single rows stitches the entire length of this piece of fabric. So this will go really quickly. I think I can do this in real time, so I'll leave the machine on. And I cannot stress enough the importance of having a really good sewing machine. This machine is semi self-threading. It also cuts the fabric, the thread for you, and it hardly ever jams. I love this machine. I think I'm going to have to get a second one just as a backup. You never know. Okay, so we're going to do our 3rd straight stitch. I'm going pretty fast here, but you might want to take your time a bit and make sure your lines are straight. And I'm going to do one more. Okay, so now you have 4 straight stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4 straight stitches across your fabric. And you want to start at the end of your fabric and start just tugging to get that ruffled, the ruffled look, so that you can actually do your pleats and then do your smocking. So let me do it, I'll show you, and then we'll go on to the next step. Okay. As you can see, I went ahead and I did all of the pleats, or ruffles if you want. We're going to call them pleats. So, and you just do that by tightening and working these little strings on the edge like I showed you before. And there you have it. Now, before I get ready to put in my decorative stitches, I'm just going to cut a little bit of this extra off so it won't be in my way. Okay, so now we're ready to go ahead and put in our decorative stitches. Now you're going to put your decorative stitches between these two straight lines. So you could end up with 1, 2, 3 decorative stitches. I may do a few more than that, but that'll be in the next step. Okay, one of the next things you want to do is a little bit of ironing. Once you have all your ruffles, your pleats under control, you want to take your iron and you just want to flatten these before you start sewing in your decorative stitches. If you see the other piece that I did earlier, it's all flattened out and the stitches pulled down the pleats. So now this is not a perfect way by any stretch of the imagination to do smocking, but you're going to see it's going to come out really cute. So I'm just a little more spray starch, keep these all nice and flat. Okay, now it's time for some decorative stitches. Okay, as you can see, oops, sorry. Okay, as you can see, I still have that basic stitch that I put in there. Oops, sorry. As you can see, I have that basic stitch that's still in there that I put in order to make the pleats. Then I went ahead and did a decorative stitch here, a decorative stitch there, and another decorative stitch. Okay. The next thing you have to do, which is just as important as ironing these pleats down, you have to take these larger stitches out. And in its place, what you're going to do, or at least this is the way I did it, and if you want to replicate the look that I have, you're just going to pull these threads out, make them gone, make them disappear, make sure you take them out. Okay, remember there was a stitch here on the top row? We took that out. Now you can kind of see, you may not be able to see it here real well on the video, but there's like a little line where the stitch was. So I'm going to go ahead and put in another decorative stitch. On here, on the first piece, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 decorative stitches, or 7 rows of stitches, and I want to do the same thing here. For the purposes of this project, I did 2 separate pieces, and then I'm going to put them back together, and you'll see the coolest little project that we make from this. Okay, just to show you here, another little trick that I use for this type of smocking. You can see here, I think you can see, where one of my rows meets my pressure foot and the other hugs the side of it, and the row that I'm working on right now is coming straight down the middle. So this is going to be super cute when you see the finished result.